Hey there, paper geeks and glitter nerds. It's Senna, the crazy geek crafter, and let's start up with tomorrow. I made a decision. I'll be live at 10, so 12 hours from now, and I already put it in the system, so you can mark it if you want YouTube to remind you. So that's out of the way. And today's gift is a three-leaf clover, also known as a shamrock, the symbol of Ireland. And to me, a symbol of Seamus, who was the dog I had before Morgan and Jaina. And funny enough, in Danish, the word for this clan is musling, which also can be translated into a baby mouse, which was Morgan's nickname. So his symbol is actually one of these. This is Seamus. If I get a rocket tomorrow, or more specifically, if I get a torpedo tomorrow, something is up with the universe, because that's Jaina's symbol. And you may ask why. That's because she is so damn fast when she wants to lick you in the face. You will not see her coming. So she got that nickname. Seamus got his because of his name. It is an Irish name. I named him for a character in a TV show. Just gonna grab some black cardstock, and apparently a hair tie. How did that end up there? Well, the TV show is called Gene Roddenberry's Andromeda Ascendant. Not many people know of it. It's a sci-fi series starring the guy who played Hercules in the TV series Hercules. You may know of him if you don't know the series. But one of the characters in the series, the nerd, the engineer, the one who fixes the ship every time it breaks, he's called Seamus. Seamus Zelazny Harper. And that was why I named my first dog Seamus. Coincidentally, I also adore Seamus Finnegan from Harry Potter. He's the guy who always blows things up. But because the name was Irish, and I had actually, for some other reason, picked a color green for everything I bought for Seamus, this is his symbol. So every time I see a shamrock or a three-leaf clover, if you prefer, I think of him. There we go. One for decoration. So this is a bit of a hard one for me. Emotionally, at least. He has been dead more than 12 years, but there's still odd that he isn't here. Come on. Hey. Be nice. So, let's see. Oh, this is a thin one. Let's see if I have a clock today. Oh, it's flowing very little. I'm gonna be crusty on my hand when I'm done. I do love the dye, because I do have love for this symbol. It was just odd when I got to thinking about it today, while I was preparing something for the feast tomorrow. In the kitchen, I got to thinking that this was Seamus, but coincidentally, this is Morgan. Very weird. Very weird indeed. The shimmer I had left over yesterday, I put on this blue paper. I didn't know I was going to get a shamrock, so otherwise I would have picked a green one. But this I can put away and use for something else. Who knows what tomorrow brings? Oh, Anne is back. Good evening, Anne. I never asked, do you have the calendar, Anne, or are you just following along to see if you want one next year? I also have, we talked about the water and the mousse yesterday. This mousse, it's in here. And since I'm doing green today, I figured I'd pull it out. I pulled out all of my greens, some more green, because I figured I'd do something like this with some distressing in the background and things. Where did it originate? There, I think. And some green cardstocks, of course. And of course, I think I'm gonna cut it from green to start with. And says that it is beautiful. I'm guessing the yes is that you have the calendar, that you like the the gift of today. This is too small. I was reading up on, because I had the time, read up on the shamrock, and it is actually often depicted as a symbol with 3 of its kind. So that was kind of funny. So let's do this one. Because I think that's the one I used on this card, isn't it? It is. I like to reuse colors. Then I'll do this one, and then this is the dark one I've been using throughout the card. That should do it. Alright. Oh. Put that out of the way. These will need later. Question. Should I maybe do some coloring on this before I put it through? Ooh. I just have to hit that. This is Anne's 3rd or 4th year with the calendar. You jumped the gun far earlier than I did. I needed to watch 2 to know that it was not a fluke, that it was a great calendar. Now I'm watching out for my Anne's design. That calendar this year was good, but I remember I was disappointed last year, so I don't know if I'm gonna get it next year. This one I will get. This is fun. I also have to order the Easter version. Yeah, this is a bit hard. What to do? Let's do the Clovers, the clean, and then dabbing on the background. I think that'll do it. Oh, don't move. Unfair. Perfect. Does have some nice details. And I did also look up some pictures, and I've seen a lot of spoilers on Facebook today, but this one I didn't mind too much. The Clover does have some. Did I? Just made it. Seriously, that was lucky. That was very lucky. It does have some white coloring on the leaves, like going across here. I'll show the picture in a sec. This way. If I'm lucky, my husband is making bread for tomorrow. I love it when he makes fresh baked bread. Anne tells me that she also got mine and was disappointed last year. Yeah. Did you get it this year? Because I actually think it was quite nice this year. There were some all-around useful dies, and also the stamps seemed very cute with the little village and the Santa in the sky. What was it? There's some distressing. I could do without the. It had some some stickers and stuff, but yeah. Can't all be great. But then again, this one seems... I wasn't too keen on this design with the bunny and the clouds, but there has to be something for everyone, I guess. Alright, so now I have my Clovers. I should do... Let's get a card out to start. Such. Stop that. I like to have this as a backup. That's why I haven't thrown it away, but I don't particularly like to work with it. It's just nice when I can't find the other one. I know I have one there. Then the question is, I think I'm gonna do like this, where I cut a panel to go on top, so I have a white border. So this could go over here while I find a piece. And it will need to be, where is it? Too short that way. So this is the long side, 13 and 1 to 3 millimeters. I know I could probably do without counting it out, but it reminds me to keep talking to myself, to you. As such, I'm thinking I'm gonna grab this. This worked out great for the shimmer yesterday. Maybe I should add some shimmer to these. I do have this one. I think I'm gonna need a stencil mat. This will be easier for containing the mess, I guess. Let's see. Anne says that she prefers the dies and stamps, and the embellishments are not much her style, and I can't agree more. Sometimes the sequins and things that are in there are okay, but it's a bit hit and miss. And in all honesty, how many sequins does a person need? I have a big problem with sequin packs being so big, actually. Because how often do you actually go back and buy more? They just accumulate. Okay. So this should be shaken up as well as I can. Just gonna pour out a tiny bit, if I can. That was not at all tiny. All right. And this is just the, let's see, what color was this? Does say something somewhere. Spring green. Nuevo Mousse. The normal kind. I have a gold and also a purple one, but the purple one is one of those expanding ones. I think I made this too tight. All right. Need something to soak up whatever is left. And I may have to dry this before I try putting anything else on here. And that will mean I have to take the sound off for a sec. Just gonna set up the equipment first. Okay. I'll be back in a sec. This is all bent out of shape. I should have expected that. While I was drying off, and wrote that she has the Free Scoops calendar too, and it always has sequins in it, and it piles up on her. I get that. Free Scoops is another is a Danish company, because Gummiapan is a Swedish one. Free Scoops is a Danish company. They do a box with the what are they called? Doors to open, like my own designs, which is Dutch. But they also do some advents, where it's just you get a big pack of dies or stamps and papers every Sunday before Christmas. And I say, I like their products, but I don't think the things in the calendar with the doors, the 24 doors, is as useful to me as their for weekly gifts. If anything, I'd get one of those, but I haven't really. You have to be a member of their club and something like that. So never really gotten into that. This is Mowed Lawn. I figured I could put some pearl in this. This is the spray from yesterday, with just a tiny bit. Of perfect pearls in it. But yes, I keep buying sequins, and then I make shaker cards, and I love them, but then I figure out better make something else, and then I don't make them for a long time. Let's do a fan brush with this. Let's try that. And I'm being quite careful. And there's a Jaina here. Yay, she is everywhere today. Because shakers are great, but it's just, if that's all you make, it gets kind of boring. I need to bring back in my water. And yes, this is the same water from yesterday. Just add some more, because this brush is a bit bigger. I feel like I should doesn't look too bad. Let's wash out this one. I'm not very good at this multimedia thing. It's not something I do very often. I am a bit of a control freak, but I do like the effect if I can actually let go of the control. And I'm thinking I need to put on Lucky Clover, since it's a clover, you know. But yeah, getting close to the end of this year, and it has been such a year. In my world, at least. I don't know about you, but I, of course, knew when the year started that I'd have I actually knew when the year started that I have 3 weddings to attend this year. One of them being my own, of course, but I was told right before Christmas about the 3rd one, so that'll be right. And there's a movie called 3 Weddings and a Funeral. I think that's the English title. That's at least what they've translated it into. Just want to be sure I got the green out of this one. And it kind of resembles my year in a bit, because the first 5 months of my year, 4 people I knew died. It was not fun, to be honest. No one was particularly close to me. We're talking about a great aunt, what can you say, an estranged grandparent, whom I only saw like twice after I moved out from home. A guy who was kind of a substitute father for me when I was little, but I haven't seen him in years. And then a friend from the internet. We did know he wouldn't become that old, our friend there. He was the youngest of the people who died. He was 50 something, but he had an illness. So his parents had actually been told that he'd be lucky if he turned 30. So 50 is pretty good. But it was a weird spring with that. And I didn't get to go to any of the funerals. One didn't have one. It was more of a very private thing, spreading his ashes. Another was not close enough that I felt I should go. And the two others, I was incapable to go to my friend's funeral because, like I said, we know each other from online, so he actually lived very far away. It would take me like 3 or 4 hours by car, and with my illness, that is troublesome to do. I get very, very tired, very fast. I shouldn't drive more than half an hour. I can do an hour, but I shouldn't, if I could find another way. And the last one, my substitute father, when I was little, I had an appointment with the doctors that day. I cried all the way to the doctor and all the way home because I was so pissed that those two things had to be at exactly the same time, but 2 hours apart by car. So I couldn't even attend part of it. And I had been waiting for that appointment for more than 6 weeks. I couldn't skip it. That was so sad. So, but after all the funerals came all the weddings. So at least something positive happened after that. But it was weird. I'm glad that it stopped in May and no one else really died. Humans, at least. For the rest of the year. Someone could die still, I know that, but, just happy for a little bit of a break. And it makes me wonder, when your friends start dying and grandparents, and then you're getting old. That's weird, really weird. I don't think I'll do anything else to this. I'm not particularly happy. I'm not sad. It is. Mixed media is really not my strong suit. Let's put that away before I knock it over. And I used Lucky Clover as the only color, so I need to keep that. And the Mowed one. Put the others away. And this can be put over here to dry. Clean the mat. Can pack that away. I kind of feel like now I'm maybe showing my age here. There was a movie with Samuel L. Jackson, and I can't remember the female main actress. It was someone famous, I think. But it's called The Long Kiss Goodnight. And I sometimes watch it at Christmas because it actually takes place at Christmas. And it's an action movie. But in the movie, before Samuel's character goes to bed, he sings to himself everything he does so that he remembers that he put his keys in his left pocket and he put this there and so on and so forth. So I guess I kind of do the same thing without singing. I talk about everything I do so I don't forget something. Should I put that on the wait for a minute? Maybe. There. Alright, and my clovers. Didn't get too many green spots. That's good. Alright, I need to poke out a few things. This is a different scale than Gummiapan normally makes, but the distressing is really on brand for a lot of the things they do. It's not what I'm normally gravitating towards, but it'll work. Alright. I'm thinking like that, so that it gets darker the taller it gets. Mm-hmm. There. Of course. Stop it. It should be like that, maybe. I think it needs some foam. That must be what it needs. Right. Put the bunny away. It was here. So I don't have a crafter lunch again. Oh, this can go back under here. I do know some people put this, put wet panels back through the die cutter after they've dried to flatten them. But my plates have so many nicks, it will not be pretty. Okay, let's get this out. Maybe it's easier to take one of those sheets with pieces on it. These are strips. Don't I have squares? Thought I had squares in here. Aha. Squares. Okay, maybe I don't have squares. At least not any that are still sticky. That's not good. Which means that in the long run, anything I use those on will start to fall apart. That's annoying. I hate it when that happens. Especially because I know many of my friends who I give cards to keep them. So, guess in not too far out of future, I'll have to go fix some cards. This shouldn't go. This should stay. Okay. This is a double. We don't want a double. I do want it white though. Maybe it's easier with a knife. Actually. Let's see. Something like that. I forgot. Again, I forgot. So, almost at the end. I am really excited for tomorrow, but it's also a bit sad. But isn't that what Christmas is? A whole lot of waiting, and then all of a sudden it's all over. And everything goes back to normal. Kind of. I will not put anything on the stems. I don't think they need it. Come on. this is any flatter whatsoever. Not really much. I wonder if I should do a matte in green on top of the card. So that I cut down this even more and then make another different size. I think I have a piece that's, yeah, this is big enough. Let's cut one out and see. First, 13, 1, 2, 3 millimeters. And has to go. If you need it, then you need it. Have a great day, or evening, that is, Anne. Hope it's nothing serious. But if someone needs to, you should go. Alright. Does that fit? I think that'll help. Let's see. So, 8.5. And what is the next one? It's 12.8. Okay. This will not be fun to glue, but I think it will look better with the mat on it. Sorry, I'm quiet for a moment. I really need to concentrate. See if I can get this straight. I think that's as good as it gets. Let's just wipe this. Alright. And then this way. Oh, I have to peel off all of these. Oh, well, can't be helped. As an accent color, if you didn't want the card all green though, you could do gold. That's very Irish. Or you could do purple, because that's actually the color of the flower, or one of the colors the flower of clovers can be. It's the most common in Denmark, at least. And I forgot I wanted to color these. Well, we'll have to try and do that on the card. That'll be fun. Let's just do that. Okay, maybe they went a bit too high, but there's room for sentiment now. At least that's something. Let's get this on here. I think my husband forgot that I'm live because he wants to play with the doll. It's asking her to find her favorite toy. Okay. Let's just see with the white gel pen if I can do that thing with the that I talked about. Let's take an 8. And I'll just take a look at the photo. You can see it too. This pattern. Doesn't matter if it's 3 or 4. You see this one has 3. So this is the pattern we're going for. And that's the flower I was talking about. A purple, red, purple. It's one of those where some people call it purple, some will call it pink. And that's what I'm going for, if I can. Let's see. Not that visible in the light one, but I think it's gonna get better the darker we go. Okay. I think this needs to tighten up with glue. That was tiny. Put that on the list with everything else. I think ready to call this card done. And as I put it a bit too high, that's not good, but it still needs a sentiment at some time, at some point, if I ever find an occasion for it. So there's always that. So yeah, there, and this one. It's actually a pretty straightforward card when it comes to it. Oh, no. I hope you enjoyed this, that you'll be back tomorrow at 10 in the morning, my time. Greenwich main time plus 1 hour. I have to check that every time I do a live almost, because I can never remember when it's +1, when it's +2. Or if it's just no pluses at all. So, there we go. I hope you enjoyed this and that you'll be back, as I said, tomorrow. Until then, I hope you'll be having a good day, evening, or night. Again soon.